Alright, so guys, today we're going to be talking about PFD, safety, and requirements. Do you guys know what PFD stands for?
Nope.
No.
Nope.
Do you have any idea what a PFD is?
Life jacket?
Yeah, it's pretty much like a life jacket. PFD actually stands for Personal Flotation Device. And it's kind of like a life jacket, but it's not the same thing. Do you guys know what a life jacket is?
Yeah.
A life jacket is actually like this. It's got a little floppy thingamabob around the back, so that when a kid, it's for small kids, so when they do fall in the water, they keeps the neck up because they're not very strong. PFD actually is like the same purpose, but there's no little flippity flap at the back. It'd be like this, maybe. For same thing. Do you guys have any idea what these things are for? What you can look it for in a PFD? Yeah?
Well, they're supposed to keep you alive when you're on the water, right?
Yeah.
So they must float.
Right, true. And if you want it to float, you want it to fit a certain way, right?
So they should fit properly?
Probably, right? Because it wouldn't float if it flipped over your head, right? So if this was on him and it was like this, and he was trying to, if it wasn't on properly, I don't think it'd save his life for anything. Do you think it'd be a good idea if there was scratches on it, like tears in the material? Because PFD, there's material in it. Can anyone touch it? You see, you can touch it. There's foam in it, right?
Yeah.
Do you think if there was a scratch in it, like here, do you think if the stuff was coming out, do you think it'd be a good idea for the PFD and its safety?
Nope.
No.
Absolutely not. You guys.
Thank you.
Alright, yeah, so that's really the main ideas. There's actually 4 main things you're looking at when you're looking for the requirements in a PFD. So, the first thing is you want it to be suitable for the weight and size of the wearer. That means you're looking at it and you don't want it to be too big or too small. It needs to look like, it looks like a t-shirt that you'd wear. It looks to be something that would fit on you. After, you want it to be in good repair. We've already went over that. And then you want it to fit snugly. So even though you see it and it looks nice, you can't have the straps loose like a goose and it flopping around all over the place, right? It needs to be tight so that even if it's on, you don't want it to flip over your head. Because a lot of people, they start drowning because of that stuff. And finally, you want it to be MOT approved. MOT stands for Ministry of Transportation, Canadian Ministry of Transportation. And for every PFD or life jacket that is approved, there's going to be a stamp here that says that it's approved. So when you're looking for a life jacket, you want to make sure it has that, because that means it's going to float and it's going to keep you alive if there's a stamp. Okay, those are the 4 things. Alright guys, so I brought a few life jackets and PFDs here, and I'd like each of you to grab one and look around and tell me if you think it works, if you think you could go into the water and actually survive. So all of you guys, just grab one, go back to your place, try putting it on, look around. You can look at it, look for the stamps, see if it fits,
Comment ça marche cette merde?
Like that. You have to be.
Okay.
Okay. Is that here?
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Alright. So,
Thank you.
small. I don't think it's working.
It's keep my head out of the water though.
I mean, it's obviously not for your size, and it does fit snugly though, but I don't think it's gonna work. It did have the the requirements though, so it would fit a baby, but just not you. Alright, France, it's looking good.
This fits well.
Fits well. Doesn't. If you want to check if it really fits well, you pull it stand up first. You pull it up, and you can see that it's not going to go over his head. Even if he puts his arms up, it's not going anywhere, right? So that's what you want to see, because when you're in the water, this is going up and your body's going down. So you want to make sure it won't go up.
So I'm good.
Well, let's just make sure, because I don't know if you checked the stamp to see if it was MOT approved. So let's just take this baby off. And let's check it out. So yeah, this is absolutely useless.
Oh,
As
darn.
there's no indication. You guys can see. We don't see any approval by the MOT, so this is really more of a decoration more than anything. So it fits well. It's got all the other characteristics, but I don't think it works.
Yeah.
So you've got the right size, but this fit isn't very snug, eh?
Yeah.
I don't think.
It's not. It's not. It can't zip up.
Yeah. I don't think that's gonna work though. And there's a bit of tear here. So this is an old life jacket. Did you see if there was a approval on it?
I couldn't read it.
Yeah, but it still has it. So I mean, it would be a good life jacket if it wasn't so old and small. Yeah. All right, guys. That's pretty much my lesson. That's all I have to say on the life jacket. But do you guys have any questions? Yeah.
Where can we buy some good life jacket?
Well, the good quality life jackets, all the marine stores, obviously gonna have really good quality life jackets, like the more expensive ones. But Canadian Tire sells a life jacket, and as long as you find those 4 steps in the life jacket, it's gonna be a good quality life jacket, and it's probably gonna last you a long time if you take care of it. And so yeah, obviously marine store is gonna be on top of your list. If you're looking for really sexy life jacket, but I'm Canadian Tire. I'm sure Walmart sells all those appliances. They sell life jackets. Any other questions?
What's the lifespan of a life jacket?
Well, it all really depends on how you take care of it. But I would say after 5 years you really need to reevaluate because it doesn't last that long, especially if you're sailing a lot. Just 1 second.
Yeah.
Especially if you're sailing a lot and but if you take care of it and you make sure you have the proper care, it's probably I'm sure it can last you 5 years for sure.
And
Yes.
how do you take proper care of a life jacket?
Very good question.
Thank you.
So life jackets are like sails. You don't want to leave them because everything gets to them and it's material, right? So it really deteriorates, and that's how you get wear and tear. So you don't want to leave it in the sun for days, especially in the summer. The UV really has a really bad effect on it, and it gets this hollow empty texture. It's just dead, and so you just want to treat it like anything you want to take care of. So you don't want to leave it in salt water too long. Ideally, you want to rinse it every time you get out of the water, and don't leave it in the sun. Just take care of it. Put it inside when you're done, and it should last. That's how you take care of it. Yeah. Okay, guys. So that's really it. So just keep in mind whenever you're going on the water that these things are super important. It's illegal for people under 18 to go sailing on a dinghy without it, and whenever, even on the bigger boats, you always need to have them with you because they're really important. They'll save your life. So that's it. Do you guys? I'm just gonna quiz you a bit. Do you guys remember the 4 elements that you need to check before you're buying a PFD? 1.
No wear and tear.
Good. Another one.
It has to be MOT approved.
Awesome. And
It should be suitable for your weight and height.
yep. And 1 more. You got it. Yeah.
It should fit snugly.
There we go. Awesome, guys. So that's it. So next time you just check for a life jacket, just keep these things in mind, and we'll be safe. Stay alert. Stay safe.
Stay safe. Thank you.
There you go.
Thank you.
Can I keep the
Yeah,
life
you can
jacket?
keep it. That's really good.